Welcome to X to Interact.
X.
X to interact.
X to interact.
Hello, welcome to episode 45 of X to Interact. I'm Sam. I'm here with Steven and Eric. Gaff couldn't be here today because he is feeling a little under the weather, but he'll be here next week. Today's episode is going to be all about Nintendo, with the Direct, and then we're going to do our Nintendo Mount Rushmore, following up on our Xbox Mount Rushmore from last week. Before we get into Crossplay, make sure, if you're listening, make sure to follow us on Twitter. All the other socials we're on. If you're not watching live on Twitch, we are on Twitch, where you can watch live on Sunday mornings. We have a YouTube. Obviously, go follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on there. We're on all the other podcast services. And we have our new website, which, Eric, it is
podpage.com/x-interact.
Yeah, go there and you'll find all our links. Makes it really easy. Let's get into Crossplay. What have you guys been playing today? Let's start with Steven.
All right, so I made a joke earlier to Eric, like, I felt like I played nothing, and then I sat there and tabulated my list, and I was like, all right, I guess I have a problem because this is nothing to me, so maybe I should look at that. A little bit of game life balance problem here. Okay, so to start off, I want to do like the two new ones I played that were sort of like recent Game Pass editions, I suppose. I just like to check them out. But the first one is Besiege. It's like you build. The idea is to build these destruction machines, and you're putting together like the wheels, all the bits and pieces of like, all right, this thing can grab the tower and pull it down. This thing can launch a catapult. This is like a turret on this thing. It's a lot. And it's still in early release. So like some of the UI stuff is not quite there yet. And I don't know. They could definitely use some control overhaul for like the console port, because this is on PC first. So it probably plays a lot better on PC is my guess. It's a lot of fun. The destruction is really cool, and if you're into the type of thing where you're just like, you want to customize like your scenario, because I think they have custom, you can do like villages and different things like that you can build, and there's user created levels. It's a whole thing. There was like a YouTube movement on it for a second, so it's cool to see it here. Not really my cup of tea, but I wanted to check it out because why not? Game Pass. The next one is Skull, the Hero Slayer. That's SKUL. It's another roguelike 2D platformer. The cool thing about this one is you're the bad guys, I guess. You're the good guys in your mind, right? Because you're serving the Demon King. And the bad guys are like these heroes. Like, one I just faced like a heroic mage, and one's like a Templar knight, and you're just filth to them is usually what it is, and they have to destroy you because you're obviously evil because you're a skeleton and things like that. The crux of the play is that you can replace your head with different like NPCs' heads.
Oh shit! This is the one I watched Jacob play this the other night. Yeah. Actually, and this game looks sick.
Yeah, and it's really really cool. Like you're like, oh, this game is deceiving because when you first start, you're like, oh, it's just like a hack and slash. Like, it's good. But then you get the other powers. There's one like with a shield. There's one that does different magic things. There's so many different like skulls and heads and different items you can replace, that make the gameplay completely different than the other one. And that's really cool, and I want to get back to that, but I haven't played a lot of that. Just because I'm playing another similar game that's like that.
Did you get to the giant tree fight?
No, but I did get to. Okay. I think I've gotten to like the demi bosses, maybe. Like they're just heroes. Like this is the rookie hero is like one of the ones. So it is hard. It's a hard game.
Yeah, it looked hard.
And let's see. On that note, Dead Cells. They just came out with a new expansion. I think it's like the Queen and the Island DLC. Essentially, I have yet to get to that path because it's like 4 or 5 different separated biomes to get to there. And it's essentially like getting to the end game in the original game. Only instead of facing the Cursed King, you're fighting the Queen out there, or you're meeting the Queen. I don't know for sure yet because I haven't gotten to that point, but it adds like I think 3 new biomes and a bunch of different enemy types and items. There's one like a tentacle that like pulls people in. It's really cool. I don't know. If you like Dead Cells, I would say definitely try this out. It's really fun. I still haven't beat the main game, so just for context, like it is pretty damn hard. Like, and runs can take upwards to an hour to beat or to lose in my case. So, yeah, it's still fucking cool. Still plays really well, especially on the Series S. They got the auto HDR and all those fancy things. Real pretty, runs really smooth. I played a little bit of Halo with my brother. We played some ranked. I did fucking terribly because I hadn't played for a second. And I then went to Destiny. Kind of still did terribly, but did a little better. Yeah, I'm just out of practice with FPS right now because I've been playing a bunch of other games. The last one I've been trying to finish up before, I guess, near the end of February. I literally a little over a week now until Destiny 2 comes out, The Witch Queen. I've been getting into some Valhalla because, like, I don't know. I just want to finish that game. Like, it's never ending. It never will end. I am convinced. And I keep getting caught in this fucking side quests, even though, like, I know there's a 50 to 60 hour story to complete. So that's it for me.
Game is way too long.
It is, yeah.
I'll say it right now. Game is way too long.
It's about the DLC that they're gonna make, the standalone.
Ugh, God.
I'm just like,
I'm kind of interested just because
So-
of like what it is, but yeah.
When they said it starred Bassam, I was thinking of the guy. I was thinking of Bayek from Origins,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, that's cool, but like, I wish I could play as like Aya, because his wife, because she's
Right.
way more interesting, and she's like the actual assassin. And then I was telling my brother about it, and I came to the realization that Bassam is not
No.
Bayek from Origins. Bassam is the guy from
He
Valhalla that I don't give a shit about. Like,
He is the most boring assassin, dude. Like
he doesn't even do anything. He's not even like remarkably important in Valhalla. So like,
and the voice acting for him is just bland. Like it's
he's like a sidekick to the other assassin.
Here
It's
you're
like,
doing great, and you're like, oh cool, great, yeah.
yeah, interesting
Yeah.
to say the least. Eric, I know you said you weren't playing anything, but did anything come to mind that you were playing or no?
this week I played absolutely nothing. Like, I've been busy this week, so nothing happened to me. I don't know. That's really it. I mean, I still want to go finish Arceus.
What have you been doing then? What have you been doing? Like
Let's see. What day was the Nintendo Direct again? That was like what, Wednesday?
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So Monday and Tuesday. So I mainly just been like after work, been going to the gym. Then the Direct happened on Wednesday. Then Thursday. What did I do Thursday? I don't even fucking remember, to be honest.
And you've been I guess DoorDashing and stuff, right? Like that's yeah.
Basically. That's what I did yesterday.
DoorDash life.
Yeah. Honestly, nowadays.
Yeah.
Today should be interesting for that.
Yeah, I didn't have much time to do much gaming. Even though like I said, I want to go finish Arceus because Horizon's like literally out this Friday. So there's that. Elden Ring is next week. Yeah, so everything, and then Nintendo their Direct just announced a lot more games. So like, I'm like, shit, I have a lot of stuff I want to play with little time.
Such is the life.
Yep. So that's it for me. Nothing but wants to play stuff.
Heck yeah. Always want to play stuff. All right, I will finish off this segment. I played 4 games this week. The first one is Plague's Tale. I finished that. I think like on Sunday or like last week, like after the podcast or Monday maybe. Really good game for like 95% of it. The last chapter I didn't really like that all that much. Because the whole game is like stealth
Right.
and like killing is a last resort type of thing. And then the last chapter just turned into kind of an action game.
I saw that actually. I
And
spoiled it for myself because I was like, I'm never gonna beat this game because of the stealth because I'm bad at it. But yeah.
I'm usually bad at stealth, but something with this game was like, I feel like this game's a little bit more like puzzly when it comes to the stealth. Like there are more than one way to do it, but I don't know. But yeah, it kind of turned into an action game in the last chapter. Wasn't a fan of that. There was one specific moment where you're like behind a cart and there's people firing arrows, and then there's other guys coming at you, and you have to shoot your sling at them, and it made me realize how bad the aiming is.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the lock on is just so bad for like in stealth it works because you're not moving.
Yeah.
So like that's fine, but then as soon as you the aiming with the sling outside of stealth wasn't good, and so like that chapter kind of threw me off. And then the boss fight is like it's a cool ass boss fight. Like in any other game, it would have been like pretty sick, but just it being a stealth game and it leading to that was kind of like, I don't know. It didn't land for me. It wasn't as good as the rest of the game, the last chapter.
So you did enjoy most of the game though, like.
But I enjoyed like before chapter 16, it was probably like a 9.5 out of 10.
Nice.
The last chapter probably brought it down to an 8.5. But yeah, really good. There's some story stuff at the end where I was like, man, I felt like it was too happy of an ending.
Yeah.
Like everything seemed to work out, and I was like, really? Like, but there is a sequel coming, so who knows?
I almost wish
shit's gonna go sideways again. So
that just reminds me, like, ones I really just wish that games would commit to a bad ending. Like, I don't know.
So many games just don't know how to end, and they like force a boss fight, and I feel like this one kind of did.
Like, it's okay for them to reach the destination and just have that be, or have something happen in that thing. Give me a cutscene that plays out, and I'm like shocked or whatever.
Yeah, because like so much of it reminded me of The Last of Us, and like The Last of Us kind of just ends. Like there's no big, you don't fight some big boss. Like there's the boss fight. There's the boss fight in the diner, when you're playing as Ellie, where you're hiding, like a more stealth based boss fight. And there is one of those in Plague Tale, and it's really fucking good. And I think that's in the chapter before the third to last chapter, and that's really good. And like, yeah, so much of this game reminded me of The Last of Us. It was just Last of Us with rats, but then they did the thing at the end where they turned into an action game instead of committing to what the rest of the game is, I guess.
Well, I feel like there's just, like you said, they just don't know how to finish the game, and so either time constraints or whatever. And it's so many games that like don't stick the landing on the ending. I don't know.
It reminded me of the way Assassin's Creed games end.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where they're like, oh, you want to go on this big assassination? Well, too bad. You have to fucking fight this boss for some stupid ass reason. So that Plague Tale, great game. Would have been absolutely amazing if not for the last chapter. And then I continued my Lego Star Wars Complete Saga playthrough. So I decided, instead of trying to finish as many Lego games as I can before the new one comes out, I'm just going to try to 100% like all of the Lego games, like at my own pace.
Okay.
Okay.
So like I'm gonna use my Twitch, because I've had a good time streaming them on my Twitch. And I'm just gonna, for the foreseeable future, I'll be playing Lego games on there. It's a fun time. I've had some people in there talking about Lego games. Good time. other people playing Lego games, other people trying to 100% it. I learned that there's a really hard thing that you have to do in Lego Star Wars Complete Saga to 100% it, and I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll figure it out. And then I
Dan's found his niche there.
Right.
yeah, fucking A. I love those games. I finished or platinumed, so I'd already beaten Maneater, but I went back. I was talking to my brother, so I threw on this game because it's kind of like you don't really have to put much thought into it. Platinum Maneater. It's my 18th platinum. Hoping to hit 20 this year. I probably will. Sure, there's like Lego Star Wars, the new one. I'll probably platinum. So, and then finally, I started Xenoblade.
All right.
Because I had played like the first like 5 hours of Xenoblade before, and then so I just started over because I was like, I don't even remember what was going on.
Is this like definitive edition then? Like,
yeah, on Switch, yeah. Good ass time using the Pro controller. Good ass time.
Hell yeah.
I am like the combat is really like it keeps getting more complicated, but I feel like they're feeding it to you in like a pretty smooth way. They're not all throwing it all at you at once. So that's cool.
Yeah, the combat. I always like described it as like a single player MMO, like just how the way it works.
Yeah, because like there's a lot like in an MMO, you know, there's a ton of like numbers and shit on screen, and it's very much like that when you get into combat. But the one thing I'm most impressed with is the environments in this game. Like continuously impressed. Like I got to the marshland, and at night that place is beautiful because like all the trees light up and shit, and that's awesome. And it's like there's like colorful fog and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then I got to the forest region, and oh my god, it's great. There's these giant bridges across like this ravine. I got to the village in the big ass tree with those cute little fuckers.
Yep.
The what are they called? Pon, yeah.
Nope.
And I got
Nopana.
I got my boy Ricky.
Yeah, you did.
Ever since I got him, I've just had him in my party, and let me tell you, he's a badass. His topple ability is sick because like I'll use a break ability, and then he'll use topple in order to knock enemies over, and it's just like so OP. It's like great. So yeah, good ass game. And yeah, the fucking tree village is so cool. It reminded me. Have you played Ni no Kuni, Eric?
No.
Oh my god, you should play that because you'd really like it.
Oh yeah, well, maybe I should.
Yeah, I mean it's very like,
dude.
It's very similar to Xenoblade.
I was gonna say if you enjoy Xenoblade,
like
you'll really enjoy Ni no Kuni. The first one.
Yeah, I haven't played the second one, but yeah, the first Ni no Kuni, really good. But yeah, the tree village reminded me of the fairy village in Ni no Kuni.
Now, Sam, you said you were impressed with the environments. Did you know this game was originally a Wii game?
Yeah, came out in like fucking what, 2007 or some shit.
God, I think like 2011 or something like that. But close.
We'll get to that in a second too. Like the environments, they continue. So, yeah,
I'm very much looking forward to finishing that. But unfortunately, Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West comes out this week, so I probably won't finish it before that. But we'll see.
Well, you're a lot farther than I thought you were. I thought you were like in the beginning hours.
Well, I was, but I played a lot the past couple days. So yeah, I'm like, I think I'm leaving the forest right now.
Okay.
Because I beat the Telethia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being taken to the Aerith Sea, I think is what they said. Yeah, so I'm going there.
Yo, I'm interested because you're about to, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but you're about to reach an interesting point in the story that I want to see what your reactions are. All I want to say is after Prison Island. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
excited to play
yeah.
through the rest of that game.
Yeah,
Game is
Steven knows
good
what I'm
so
Yeah,
talking
far.
about.
dude.
Oh no.
I'm waiting for the comments
Oh, no.
to pop up like, oh my god, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it's Ryan time, baby.
Oh yeah, it is.
Jesus. Oh my god, dude. I almost I was laughing my ass off because some of the dialogue in this game is just like hilarious because it's kind of like bad,
Yeah.
but like but some of it is great. But there was a moment where Dixon, he's like he's like, now that I think about it, that's when I found the Monado as well. It's like, what do you mean you're just thinking about the fact that you found fucking Shulk and the Monado at the same time? Like, how are you just
You're
thinking
just putting
about
these
this?
together, yeah.
Fuck. Like, what are
Oh,
you
boy.
talking about? Like, how would that not just be like prevalent in your mind? God, I was like, what the hell? But yeah, good game. Well, we have a lot to talk about, so let's move on to our couple main topics. First, we're going to start with the Nintendo Direct. I am just going to read through what we got announced there. And after I read through, we'll kind of talk about maybe some of the big things. So we started off with Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes being announced for June 24th. Then No Man's Sky is coming to Nintendo Switch in the summer. That should be interesting.
Port, not cloud, surprisingly.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's all online anyway, right? So like,
Yeah, well, there's a lot of
Is it?
It's CPU intensive because of what it does for the algorithm. Otherwise, it's not super GPU intensive, so it might be all right.
anyway, the first big hitter, Mario Strikers, June 10th. Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah.
God, that looked sick. It looks so much better than the golf game. Chrono Cross Remaster is coming April 7th.
Video leak. The Nvidia leak's looking more and more real.
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta go back and look at it. I gotta see what else is on there.
And the next big one, Switch Sports.
Oh,
That's
oh,
right,
yeah.
everybody. Switch Sports coming to you at you April 29th. Then we got Mother and Earthbound coming to the Retro Online Library. Portal and Portal 2 are being ported to Switch, which is really cool. Triangle Strategy got another trailer. That's March 24th. Or not 24th, March 4th. So in a few weeks.
So they just took off the project name from that, right?
Yeah, same thing to do with
Yep,
Octopath.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing they did with Octopath.
Yeah, there's also a new demo they said they're gonna put up that plays up to chapter 3. You can carry your save data over.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I don't really know how to say this. Live a live.
I believe it's
Live
Live a
live,
live?
live alive. I think is how it is.
live alive.
All right. Well, that game is being ported July 22nd.
Yeah, that's
It's like a
apparently
localization, right?
yeah, like a Japanese only game apparently, and they 2D HD-fied it.
Okay,
Oh,
Looks cool.
it does.
and then Klonoa and Klonoa 2 are being brought to Switch on July 8th. We got another trailer for Kirby,
Hell yeah.
and it introduced the mouthful mode where he swallowed a fucking car,
Let's
and he's just like his his gums are just stretched out and wrapped around that motherfucker. Like
There
it's
are
like
so many memes about it.
I
People
want-
now dub it Carby.
I want to talk about
I'm
that
so excited for that.
and some other stuff as soon as we get through the list.
Oh,
But yeah,
Wait,
we can still hear
Really?
you, but like your mic is like, I think it's off your
Hello?
headset right now. Just biding time here, guys. Thanks for watching X to Interact.
hello?
Hello, we're just waiting
Hello.
for Sam to get his headset back in here.
I don't think you can hear us.
You know, he is not in the same level, but we're going over in the Nintendo Direct. I think we're going to circle back like to this after we get through the list, because I do want to touch on a lot of games, man. Like, I don't know. I think it's going to be it's been a very good Direct. Sam, are you with us?
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Hello.
I was just gonna say we'll finish out the list, right, and then we can circle back to some of them because I do want to touch on a couple of them.
Yeah. So after Kirby, we got the front mission games. I think it's 2 of them, right? Those
Yeah,
are
those are
coming
like
to Switch.
remakes. I think of also. Never
Yeah.
heard of them, but
Neither have
yeah.
I had never heard of them. After that, we got Splatoon 3 Salmon Run next, which is like the co-op mode trailer. I'm like,
Did they
I don't
already
know shit about
announce
Splatoon, so-
Splatoon 3 before this, or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was
had.
last year's direct actually.
Mm.
This is just like the
Um,
confirmation that
and I-
Salmon Run's coming back.
And I don't think we got a release date for that one.
No, they just said summer.
Okay, summer. Then we got another Advance Wars trailer that's coming April 8th. That's the remake, of course. And then we got the last 2 things. We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Pack, which is 48 tracks.
It's a
The
lot.
first 8 are coming in March, I believe.
So
They were coming 8 at a time.
Okay.
Across 6 waves.
At the
That's
end of
$25, which is actually a pretty good deal.
and included in the
Surprisingly.
NSO if you get the expansion pack.
And yeah, expansion pack. Yep, exactly. And then finally finish out the direct with Xenoblade 3. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Eric
It
was
is.
excited about Xenoblade 3. I started Xenoblade because of that trailer.
Maybe I was thinking like we could do like small to like obviously biggest in terms of like what we liked, maybe. What do you think?
Can't forget one thing.
Oh, he
Star Wars: The
did.
Force Unleashed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there were probably a bunch of things I forgot because there were
No,
like,
yeah.
they were like scattered throughout. There were like, hey, this game's being ported. So like I included Portal and
Nah.
Portal 2, but yeah, there's a few games that are being ported, like Star Wars Force Unleashed.
The Wii version specifically, which is a little weird. I played that version. I don't think it's that great, to be honest.
Resed any? I don't know. Just a weird
Oh.
announcement, man. Like,
So yeah, let's each talk about like our top 3 things that were at the direct. I'll start with my top 3, which are, I'm looking at here. I would say Port and Put 2, but that's just a port. I've played those games before. Exciting,
Hey,
but cool.
They're $20, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean those games are pretty cheap, like
Yeah,
on Steam and shit all the
but
time.
like if you
so
don't have a
that makes
PC,
sense.
that's pretty good
Yeah.
to get them.
Yeah, 2 great games. My top 3 are gonna be Switch Sports. I mean that is just awesome. The only disappointing thing, no baseball or boxing.
My man.
Which I'm a little upset by that.
why not
No
boxing?
baseball or boxing.
I could see
like,
not
why?
baseball. No, not even not baseball. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And they're adding golf later. It's like you just released a golf game. Fuck off.
Maybe they're
Well, Mario Golf's out the door. Now it's Switch Sports Golf.
maybe. Do you remember what the fuck was it called? It was like a Mario baseball, right? Like
Yeah,
Mario Super
Super Sluggers, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And it
I
was
played
great.
the GameCube one. That was great.
And it was great. And maybe that's why.
Mario Super Sluggers is the best Mario game, all right?
Yeah, that better be next year's sports titles. All I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there's no
that's all
soccer,
I'm saying.
right? There's no.
If they're not going to have baseball and Switch Sports, they better fucking have Super Sluggers.
I think the interesting thing about this one, I think we'll just talk about Louis Sports here, or Switch Sports, sorry.
Yeah.
Is like the holster, right? I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like,
Where you can kick it
Yeah,
with the soccer game.
yeah.
Hey man, I was like, I'm gonna get rid of my Ring Fit Adventure. I don't use it. Then they announced that you can use the leg attachment. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it.
All
I'm
right.
sold.
I was at work and I had it like on mute, and I was watching, and then they showed that you could put it on your leg, and I like laughing so hard just at work. Oh my god. Yeah, that's some good shit. Switch Sports, April 29th.
Yeah, with online too. Thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, with online. Yep. And they got that weird. They got that cool like bowling mode. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like a bowling battle royale or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, Switch Sports looks cool. I don't know the price on it. I'm not
I
paying $60
believe
for it.
it's
That's for damn sure.
$40.
It
But I think it's $50 with the leg attachment.
Oof.
which you don't need, to be honest. You can just buy it digitally.
Oh yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think like attachment's worth $10, but
$40. I don't think it's worth $40 if I'm being honest.
yeah, give
Like
me one.
Sports is cool, but like Wii Sports was free. So,
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because that's what you associate, right? Like the pack in, and I feel like, what's the price of Wii Sports if you don't pack it in? You know,
yeah.
I think it's okay, and definitely people are gonna buy it, but personally, I probably won't, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, because I have 2 Switch Lites and an original Switch, and my original Switch is pretty much borked, so I don't really want to like do anything like that with it. Not really a purchase for me, but I'm sure people will like it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we're talking about Switch Sports still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
but we're gonna move on to my number 2. Which of course is Mario Super Slut or Mario Strikers. That game looked sick as fuck. I'm just glad they kept like the same aesthetic where they're all cool looking, with all the spikes and shit. And you can play up to 8 players on one Switch, right?
Okay, that's
Hell
really
yeah.
cool.
Nuts. That's nuts.
You know,
That's cool.
Playing 480p.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be that bad. It's not split screen.
But
It's all one
this
screen.
game looked way better than the golf game.
It is also first party, so they'll probably optimize it pretty well. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
excited for it.
confirmed or not, but I think Next Level is making it. They're the same ones who made the original.
yeah.
Mm.
Yes, they are. And I think those are the same guys who made
Luigi's
Mario and Luigi Superstar or whatever.
No, that's
Or is that
Alpha Dream, I believe.
I get the two mixed up for some reason. I think they do
Am I correct in that? Did Next Level make Mario? I need to check it out.
Yeah. It looks pretty fun though. It looks like they're adding a new mechanic, right? Like the Super Rush or whatever, the Hyper Rush. I can't remember what it's called. But basically you'd get 2 goals if you get it in, like 2 points. So
Yeah, so the original was made by Next Level Games, and now I just gonna make sure this is the same.
I think, I don't know, with these new ones, when they add mechanics, I get a little concerned, just because then people use it like the Smash Ball in Smash Brothers, right? Like most people turn off the Smash Ball now for like competitive stuff. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that might cause sticking points. Like 2 goals seems like that might be pretty tide changing when you're thinking about how often are we going to have these hyper moves, how often, like how easy is it to get those, and I guess we'll just have to see. But it does look fun. It reminds me of the original, so I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm a little worried that they're gonna like drip feed content like they usually do with these sports games, because that roster does seem like a little small from the trailer. Because like they don't have like characters that were in the original, like Daisy apparently and stuff like that. So I'm like wondering how the post like release content's gonna be like, if they're gonna do the same thing they did with tennis and golf.
All I'm saying is, as long as Dry Bones is there, I'm good.
But did you see all that customization? Come on, with the gear.
Oh yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Okay, that looks
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And I hope the online's good as well.
Yeah, obviously that needs to be said because it's Nintendo, so you never know.
Yeah.
And my the top one was the fucking Kirby trailer. Oh my god, this game looks so fun. Just like, I mean, it looks like Mario Odyssey. Like it continues to just look like Mario Odyssey, but with Kirby, and I am here for that. Swallowing cars, swallowing something else. I don't know. He swallowed a bunch
Vending
of shit, and it
machines.
was vending machine.
The
a traffic cone.
Yeah,
For some weird reason.
A cone. That was the one I was trying to think of. I was like, "What's the other really stupid one?" The cone. That's right. Yeah, that. I'm very, very excited for this game.
what was
Comes out a little. I think it comes out a little too close to Lego Star Wars, if I'm being honest. But figure it out.
you'll play both of them, honestly. Like,
Oh yeah, I definitely will be playing both.
I I don't know. It looked really interesting to me. Like if we're gonna talk about that, I think the overstuffed thing. I hope they don't make it the only concept. Like because in some points, like as long as they're interesting with it, like they did with the cap in Mario Odyssey, it'll be okay. But I don't know. For me, like a traffic cone to Kirby doesn't make sense to be overstuffed in. But whatever. Like, it's funny looking, so that works. It just looks like a happy game, man. Like pretty much like you said, Mario Odyssey. Like when I played Mario Odyssey, I was just happy the whole time. Like I didn't.
Yep.
I don't know. Nintendo's really good at that, man. Eric, what did you think of that?
Kirby, I don't know. I've never really like played a Kirby game at all. So this one does
Neither
seem
have I.
interesting, but I don't know if I'm gonna pick it out, to be honest, just because like
Uh,
this year is like so fucking packed
Too
with
many,
games.
too many other games. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
played
exactly.
a lot of Kirby games, and if this one's like Odyssey, I'm gonna get it because my son has played like 300 hours of Odyssey. So, yeah.
Yeah. This is. I mean, this is like probably in my top 5 most excited games this year. Like,
Wow.
obviously, probably Horizon, God of War, Kirby, Lego Star Wars, and I don't even know my 5th.
Hmm.
I'm sure there's something that I'm not. Oh, Starfield, obviously.
Oh yeah.
That's number 1, just because I don't know anything about it. So,
Bethesda.
but Eric, what are your like top 2 or 3 things that we didn't if we haven't talked about it?
Let's see
Obviously
here.
one of them,
So,
but-
I know we already talked about Mario Strikers, and that would have been number 3, but I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna say Fire Emblem 3 Hopes as a curiously, optimistically curious. I don't even know. Like I'm curious about it, basically.
Cautiously optimistic. but
Cautiously
also
optimistic.
curious.
Not yeah. There you go. Warriors games are for me. Hyrule Warriors is like a one and done game for me. I only got it because they're like, oh yeah, it's a prequel to Breath of the Wild, and like it's they're kind of right about that, but at the same time, not really. You know what I'm gonna say? And like I played it, I finished the story, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this game. And now, but I fucking love Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's like one of my top Switch games. That game is so fucking good, and like I like that we're going back to that world for more content, but like I don't know about a Warriors game about it. I don't know. I have to see more about it because Warriors games are like I'm just not that kind of person for that. And like Persona 5 Striker was like a little different. That was like more on the Persona side than the Warriors side, so there's that. So I'm gonna check it out probably, but I gotta see like more stuff about it. Plus that box art looks pretty fucking dope, not gonna lie. Next one actually is the Mario Kart 8 DLC. So if you saw my reaction, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Because I was hoping for Mario Kart 9 for my Fantasy Critic League. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I threw my headphones and like walked away for a second and came back. And then I was like, I was going on like a little mini rant here because I was like, it's been like 5 years since this game came out on the Switch, and now you're doing DLC.
Couldn't they have just
And then afterwards,
bundled it in with another one, right? Like, I
yeah,
don't know.
it's a little weird. Then after like the direct happened, I calmed down on it. And I was like, you know what? 48 tracks for $25 is not a bad deal. That's at the end of it all, we're gonna get like I think someone posted. I didn't check the actual numbers, but someone posted like online like 96 tracks total for this game. And
Yeah.
I'm like, huh.
The
You
interest.
know what? That's actually pretty good.
So the discourse that I've seen right after it is like, well, people are saying that the graphics aren't as good as the original tracks in some places, but I'm like, it's a stream. You're not going to see as high quality. So
Yeah, I think they're mostly talking about the Mario Kart Tour tracks, which are basically going to be brand new because I don't think everyone's going to be playing that mobile game.
right.
I tried it before, not fun.
No, it's not.
But they're making like new tracks for that game specifically. So now they're porting it actually to like an actual Mario Kart game, and so those are technically new tracks again, like I just said. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And like the old tracks, they're bringing back from like
Good
each
ones.
game in the series. I want them to add every fucking Rainbow Road in this game. Do it.
All the
We have like
rainbows,
3
yeah.
already. And the rest. Bring me back that insane Mario Kart Wii Rainbow Road. That Mario Kart Rainbow Road was fucking insane, and I want it back.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to just dig my teeth into more tracks because I don't know. I love Mario Kart. I think everybody does. It's like one of the
Yeah,
top
basically,
sellers
like
all the time.
I've been like I fell off of Mario Kart because it's just you're playing the same tracks over and over again. And now this is gonna breathe life into the game again, even though it's like 5 years for
Yeah.
the even more if you count the Wii U version.
Yep.
So there's that. And plus,
Yeah.
this is gonna go on until 2023. So we're not getting Mario Kart 9 or 10, I guess, if you want to count Tour as 9 for a long time. But I'm excited for it actually.
Me too. I think it should be
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I'll probably pick it
Looking
up.
forward to those. Looking
Oh, yeah.
forward to those.
And I know it's on the expansion pass, but like I'm probably gonna buy it separately still, to be
Same.
honest. And then my number one, fucking obviously, if you saw the reaction, popped off at fucking Xenoblade 3.
Yep.
I don't want to spoil too much because Sam's here, but like there's a
Yeah,
lot of
please
fucking
don't.
shit going on in that trailer, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, someone who's 20 hours into the first one, maybe. I don't know how many hours, but there's someone who's like partway through the first one, no idea what was going on in that trailer. So
There's a lot going
Yeah.
on, and I'm curious and like how the fuck this is all gonna go, and like if this is gonna be the final game in the trilogy is all I'm gonna say. I don't know how like I said, it's a lot of questions right now, and like after this though, can we go back to the X universe because X is fucking dope. Xenoblade X, I like they ended that game like on a cliffhanger. Basically, like the story in that game not great, but like they ended it on a cliffhanger, and I'm just like, yeah, I want more of this because this game fucking rocks.
The mech. Yeah. Yep.
The mechs are fucking dope.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I kind of like how I'm liking like the main characters so far. Like their designs are like pretty cool looking. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 went, I think, in my opinion, like a little overboard on the anime style,
Yep.
and I didn't really enjoy some of that. And I'm glad they toned it down so far from what it looks like here.
Just more stylized than just anime. I don't know. I appreciate
It looks great.
Yeah, it really does. And the environments, dude, I was like, holy shit. Like, why can't, like Gaff said, why can't Pokemon devs just hire them to make the environments, right? Like,
Yeah, like
I
I
don't
think this is gonna be like one of the better looking games on Switch, to be honest.
And-
'Cause it's just from the trailers, it's already looking good.
probably will have like a bunch of storage space needed for it too, because I don't know. I was just thinking like, I don't know. The environments look like a good PS4 or Xbox One game, like graphically.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Monolith Soft, they do well with the hardware they have because even Xenoblade X and the Wii U, that's a seamless open world game, and it's like one of the larger video game maps in history. I forgot. I believe it's bigger than GTA 5. I believe. I don't remember the games, but it's pretty big. It's like up there with like bigger video game maps, and all on the Wii U.
If you remember, they recruited them to help with Breath of the Wild's open world.
Yeah,
So
and that's the thing. This is like the main Monolith Soft team because like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they only had like a portion of their staff, and I'm still surprised how they got that game out. But now it's like full force Monolith Soft on this game, so I'm excited to see how it's gonna turn out.
that's my number one as well. I'll just kick off with my other two here. Advance Wars 1 and 2. I'm pretty excited about that. Not many people, I don't know, it's kind of a niche thing, but it's definitely a cult classic. Like, it's cool to see them. It's probably going to be about the same games, but it's just pretty graphics, and I love the art style that they're showing so far. I'm going to pick that one up and probably dig way too many hours into, because it's 1 and 2, right? like
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And then obviously we did talk about it a little bit, but the Kirby. So I don't know what else can be said about it, but it just like pure joy. So and I probably won't play it as much as my son will, but I know I'm gonna be at least playing through once. So some good stuff from Nintendo. I wanted to see some Metroid, but whatever, you know.
We got Metroid Dread stuff.
Give me
That's
some.
true. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I missed that.
Give me some Prime. That's what I want. That's what everyone wants.
I feel like if that Prime remake rumor is true, it's gonna be E3.
Yeah,
that we'll see it, or E3 season, since E3 is dead this year.
they had to can it and revamp it, so I mean, yeah, that is what it is.
I mean, yeah, because like we didn't mention it, but Xenoblade's coming out in September. That's like the farthest we know so far for Nintendo, and like I'm excited just for like Nintendo in general this year and for Xenoblade.
I think this was one of the better like of video game events in a while.
Yeah.
Like in a long while. This was one of the better ones. So because they showed a lot.
Go Nintendo, I guess.
Yeah, people are always like, what does Nintendo have for this year? And they can be like, yo, we got you.
All this.
And more that we don't know about.
Yeah, and more, yeah. Because this was supposed to just focus on the first 6 months of this year, so
It's peak Nintendo so far this year.
Yeah. Before we move on, what do you think is like, so like I said, Xenoblade September, what do you think is October, November, December? Do you think Breath of the Wild is actually going to be this year?
Yes, I do.
I hope so, and I think so.
October, November, if not maybe sooner, they're just not gonna say anything until they know the exact month. So
yeah,
and if they're gonna delay it, they need to take as long as possible, just so whoever picked it stuck with it. Even if it doesn't come out. All right, let's move on to Nintendo Mount Rushmore. So last week we did our Xbox Mount Rushmore. This week we're going to do our Nintendo Mount Rushmore just because it's going to be an all Nintendo episode. Let's maybe each give... All right, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. I think there's some obvious ones. Mario, obviously, is going to be on the Mount Rushmore for Nintendo. All right. That's a lock. And then I think we can also lock the other big Nintendo franchise. I think we can lock in Zelda.
I think, we lock in
Link. Do you lock in Zelda or Link?
You lock in Link.
That's the question.
But which Link? Because there's like 30 different permutations or whatever. So
I'm going to say it right now, probably either Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild.
And
I would go with Breath of the Wild, to be honest.
If we're talking relevancy,
I believe it's the highest selling Zelda game, obviously, because just modern gaming is selling a lot more than previous.
And when I think about Zelda nowadays, it is face. So
So Mario, Link, throw some other ones out there. Obviously, you mentioned Pikachu before the podcast.
It's
Eric.
With Pokemon, it's really hard because I don't know. It's its own thing, in my opinion. Like,
but like, is it though?
It is a Nintendo thing, I guess. But
when you think of Pokemon, you think of Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Nintendo exclusive, even though like the Pokemon company like its own separate thing.
There's 1,000+ Pokemon. What one do you put on there? Like
Pikachu.
One of the
Pikachu.
Really, Pikachu. You think it's
Pikachu got
that
a
easy?
Movie, bro.
I mean, the anime itself is like Pikachu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like one of the most iconic video game characters, probably of all time.
Okay.
It's gotta be Pikachu.
It's just that easy of a lock. I didn't think it would be that easy for that.
I mean, if you don't want to include him, I guess we can like make some weird rule.
No. It's
if we're gonna put a Pokemon on Mount Rushmore, it's gonna be Pikachu.
I just think it gets kind of boring because now we have one slot left.
I know,
we're
right?
arguing who it's for.
Well, that's the hard thing. What do you put there? Do you put Kirby? Do you put Donkey Kong?
Do you put Samus? Do you put
Samus? Do you put Bowser? Do you put a villain on there? You know. Every Mount Rushmore's got to have their villain.
Did we have a villain?
No, we didn't have a villain. Let's count Steve. There you go.
Steve.
I don't know. I don't know that the real Mount Rushmore has a villain, but
well,
they all had their
debatable,
flaws.
right? Debatable.
Some of them own slaves.
Yeah.
So,
arguable.
and killed Native Americans, but
yeah, I think
so. Yeah. What's that third spot or fourth spot?
I think that is hard because
I'm just looking at like the top selling Nintendo franchises there are here. So number 1 is Mario, number 2 is Pokemon, number 3 Wii series, like Wii Sports.
Boo.
Oh my god, we have to put a me on there. Oh
the Mii's are
no.
dead. The Mii's are
And then number
dead.
4 is
That's true, they're
Zelda.
kind of dead, but they were
Yeah.
important. These were an important part of Nintendo history, right?
All right, so we
Let
have
me know.
Pokemon, Mario, Zelda.
Number 5 is Animal Crossing, and number 6 is Smash.
Animal Crossing is pretty popular.
7 Donkey Kong. Number 8 Game and Watch for some reason.
Oh,
Number 9 Kirby. And number
okay.
10 Brain Age.
See, I think for that final spot, it's probably either gonna be Donkey Kong, a me, or like or Samus.
Mario did
But
debut in Donkey Kong technically.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's really hard to think about Nintendo and not think of Donkey Kong.
True.
Like he's a massive
I would say the
character.
same thing about Metroid.
One, because he's a gorilla. One, because he's a big ass monkey. And two, because his games sell a lot.
True, I guess. I don't know. This is
But
the hard part. This is the last
It's
one where it's
hard.
like, because I'm not. When I personally think of Nintendo, it's like,
Yeah, because
I don't know. Go ahead, Eric.
it's hard. Because are we going throughout their history, or are we going by like what we think of Nintendo now? Because I don't think Donkey Kong
history.
much when I think of the Nintendo now, because Tropical Freeze
Really?
was years ago on the Wii U, and it obviously got
Oh, well,
ported to
now,
Switch,
yeah.
but we haven't had a new
But
Donkey Kong game in a long time.
But like, it's a monument to like history, bro.
True.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So like,
I guess do you guys think like, as far as when I'm making these characters' faces on top of the mountain, it's about an icon, right? It's about what you think represents Nintendo. Like, and it is Mario, it is Link, it is Pikachu in that sense, right? Those are all solid bangers. Then it gets really confusing between, I do think of Samus, I do think of Donkey Kong, I do think of fucking, there's one more.
a me.
I don't really think of the me. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
I think the Mii's are like
How
not
can
really
not
much of a
think of a
thing
Mii?
anymore.
it's not been the thing since the Wii, right?
Oh yeah,
Wii
one of the
U,
basest-selling
basically.
video game consoles of all
I mean,
time.
they're still on the Switch. You can still make Mii's on the Switch, but they're like hidden away behind like a menu in the settings now. They're not up, but they're not up in front of your face anymore like they were on
Right.
the Wii and the 3DS and the Wii
It's
U.
just a profile
All I'm
picture.
saying is Craig from Wii Sports would be disappointed right now.
All right, yeah.
Greg. Did you mean Matt?
I don't know. I can't
or maybe
remember.
Matt from Wii.
Or you get a Reggie me, like OM Jesus says.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like the Mii, like even in the newest Wii Sports, not Wii, Nintendo Sports, like you can have your Mii's there, but they're not up in front anymore. There's like these new character models they put in, which I don't like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use my Mii.
I want to
Well,
use my Mii as well.
They're not up in front of your face anymore,
That's
exactly.
true. That's true. Fine. I submit.
What
Don't put a Mii on the. Won't put a Mii on there.
Hey man,
in my head, it's
I
just
really
between
think,
those two.
I think it's really Donkey Kong or Samus. I agree. That's really hard. It's like I definitely think of Donkey Kong before I think of Samus, if I'm being honest. As cool as Samus's suit is.
And that one is hard because it's, I don't know, it's depend on what you grew up playing.
Yeah.
Because for me,
I didn't
it's
grow up-
definitely Metroid.
I didn't grow up playing either of them.
So then it might be a better take because you.
But the thing is, I did grow up playing Super Smash Bros. And my main in Melee was always Samus. But
Let's pull in some honorable mentions. I feel like so we can get a better swath.
well, I think
real quick,
Kirby's
go
an
back to what
honorable
Sam
mention.
said about Smash. I was looking at the Smash 64 roster right now. And so we have Luigi, Mario, DK, Link, Samus, Captain Falcon, Ness, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox,
Ooh.
Pikachu, and Jigglypuff.
Okay.
So we have Mario.
Smash
we have
is a good
Pikachu,
pull. So
We have Link.
Kirby's pretty up there too.
So that didn't help us because we were already down to
Right.
Samus.
Well, yeah, I would say I think we can like narrow it down to Smash, obviously. Captain Falcon, Ness, and
No,
No.
I
not
don't
a
think so.
chance that like they're not
Jigglypuff. We already have.
iconic.
Jigglypuff and Luigi. We already have our Mario and Pokemon reps, so those are out of there.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's down to 3, right? You have Kirby, DK, and Samus.
Yeah,
In my
I would
head.
say so.
Like,
as well.
because Kirby's been around for a long time. And Kirby, I do think of Nintendo when I see Kirby, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
I think. Oh man, this is hard because they were all around in the N60. No, not N64. Was there a DK game on NES?
Uh,
Yeah, the original one, right? Yeah. Okay, so.
I don't know. I don't because the Super Nintendo was when DK really started to kick up.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm thinking. Like Donkey Kong Country was fucking big on.
yeah. Still a damn good
SNES.
game. Very hard.
But then you also have like Super Metroid and stuff
Right.
like that, and Kirby
The
Superstar. I
same
believe it
thing.
is.
And Kirby, all 3 of those kicked off from Super Nintendo, right? Like,
Yeah.
did they lapse though? Which game?
See, I think
See,
I think if you poll people that don't know video games, like don't play video games, I think if you poll people that don't play video games and you show them 3 pictures, you show them a picture of Donkey Kong, you show them a picture of Kirby, you show them a picture of Samus, I think the most people will be able to name Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
so
think
many
he's
people.
just more iconic.
But here's the
Samus
thing.
hasn't had a game ever since in a long time before
Yeah.
Dread. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people thought Samus was a guy me
All right.
played when I was young.
I nominate Samus for sacrifice here. Because
Yeah, because
For
even people, I think
sacrifice?
even people that don't know video games would probably be able to name Kirby before
right,
Samus.
exactly.
Yeah, I agree with
Um,
that.
I still am not ready to get rid of Kirby, honestly. Versus
Yeah,
DK.
It's a big character, but I don't know. I think DK's a step above both of them, to be honest.
It's hard because you have Mario came from DK, you know, Jumpman.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I just want to be representative, right?
Yeah,
That's a big thing too, because if we do DK, I still feel like he's kind of adjacent to the Mario stuff. Like, they did take it on his own path, but also like, yeah.
I would honestly say DK as well. We're just
DK can
narrowing it
help.
down.
He can help represent the villain as well. Like he's half villain, all right.
Yeah.
Now, what if we throw a curveball in there, Mr. Game and Watch? The Game and Watch were pretty
No.
big
No.
before Nintendo. Hey, Nintendo were making Game and Watch systems before game consoles. All I'm saying.
We're not entertaining
playing
this
this-
nonsense.
I was playing. What is this game? What is this game called? Pixel Quiz. There's a Pixel Quiz app where it's like pixelized representations of video games, and you have to try to guess them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like I could see Mr. Game and Watch in this pixelization. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't know like what the game was called.
I
And
think
it turns out it's just Game
They're
and
just
Watch.
called. They're literally just like called like whatever game they're like
Yeah.
Firehouse or whatever. I don't fucking remember the name. They're very basic.
yeah. I think oh Jesus makes a good point. One day we're gonna have to do a separate villains peak one day. Like
Ganondorf's got to be on there day one
Yeah.
and Bowser.
and if you really wanted to take out that segment long enough on this one, I think we're getting closer to the end though, but it would be cool to see like what the villain side looked like at some point. Just maybe like all of them together.
For that, I think we do a bracket of we do 1 week we do video game hero or video game like hero bracket,
Yeah.
video game villain brackets next week.
That'll be a long ass episode. I'm in for it.
I'm here for it, dude.
We do like a bracket of 32, not 64.
No, 32 bracket is enough there. I do think damn it, I think just because I want Kirby to be up there, but also like
I think DK
wins,
is
I
there,
think.
but if DK wasn't allowed, then Kirby would be this.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. So it's what? We have Mario. We have Link from Breath of the Wild, I guess, if we need to clarify.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Just Link in general.
Link is Link.
DK and
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Pika. Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon and Tetris were the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Game Boy was like those two games.
The 8-bit versions would be cool. just to see on like the mountain, just all the, like
for the third party Mount Rushmore Tetris block.
Oh, that third party one's gonna be hard to
see
do.
now that one we're just gonna have to take the whole episode to do that because I don't know, that one is gonna be long.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to narrow down. So yeah, final Mount Rushmore for Nintendo is Mario, Link, Pikachu, and Donkey Kong. I hope Eric will have a fun time with the thumbnail there.
You just take the same picture
like
and put the little 8-bit versions on.
That's what I would do. But yeah, this is a fun episode once again. Looking forward to next week. And if you want to see our Xbox Mount Rushmore, check out our episode from last week. It was also a good time. Yeah, this has been episode 45 of X to Interact. Go to our website, which is Eric.
Podpage.com/xinteract.
Heck yeah, you'll see all our social links, all our links to everything, our podcast feed, all that jazz. Go there for everything. It's our little hub world. Like in a Lego game.
Collect all the studs, make sure you do subscribing, all that good shit.
Yeah. But thanks for watching. And if you want to catch us live, go to our Twitch channel.
Sundays,
trying to use that more and more.
11 a.m. EST. Sometimes we're a few minutes late, but we try to be around 11. So check us out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looking forward to next week. We'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.